Hello and welcome to my channel and this week's yoga class. Today we're going to do a detoxifying and twisting restorative yoga class. So you will need at least one, maybe two bolsters, a block, maybe some blankets. But I will go through what you need as and when. But if you have those nearby while we start, you won't have to go wandering off for them. We're going to start by doing a bit of a spine stretch and grounding with our breath work. So coming to a comfortable seated position, we're going to try and work on a bit more of an intense seating position. So I want you to really try and get your feet as close to your pelvis as possible. If you need to lift the hips, put a block underneath the seat, and that'll just help to tip the hips forwards a bit more so the sitting bones are more grounded. We're going to take hold of the knees, close the eyes and take 3 deep grounding breaths. So as you breathe in, you're inflating the whole body. And as you breathe out, pull the belly button in, squeeze all the air back out. Breathe in and filling every space full of air. Breathe out and squeeze it all back out again. Last one, breathe in. And out. Good. Opening the eyes, breathing in, taking the arms up. As you breathe out, right arm comes down to the mat, left arm stretches over, open up the elbow, look towards the ceiling and take a full deep breath here. On your next in-breath, bring both arms back up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, come over to the left arm down, right arm open. Take a full deep breath here. On the next in-breath, you're coming back up, arms towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, right hand comes behind, left hand on knee, and you're twisting to look over that right shoulder. Full deep breath here. Breathe in, arms come up. As you breathe out, we'll swap sides. Left hand behind, right hand on the knee, twisting to look right the way over that left shoulder. Deep breath here. Breathing in, both arms come up. Really stretch towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, folding forwards, bringing the hands down to the floor, releasing the head. We'll take a deep breath here. Push yourself back up to seated. Staying in the seated position, bring your hands to your knees. We're going to do 3 rounds of seated cat-cow. So as you breathe in, rock the hips forwards, open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you breathe out, roll the hips backwards, tuck the chin to the chest and round the shoulders. Breathe in, come forwards. Keep this nice and slow. Breathe out, roll back. Breathe in, roll forwards. Breathe out, roll back. Good. Come to a neutral back position and comfortable seated position. And we're going to go into our first pose. So the first pose is going to be a gentle side bend. So you're going to move to the left side of your mat. And this is where you'll need your bolsters. So we'll place one right against the hip. Now if this is all you need and you'd feel comfortable to side bend across that, please do. If you want a slightly more intense bend, you can stack another one on top. Regardless of how many bolsters you have, take a block, lay it at the head and the right hand side of your mat, and you might want a blanket or pillow nearby for the head. We're then going to bring both feet to the left of the body with the hip right up against the right hip, right up against the two bolsters. When you feel ready, breathe in, really lift the chest high. Take the right hand all the way across the bolsters. As you breathe out, just allow yourself to come down over the bolsters, sliding that hand all the way onto your block. Once you're comfortable, bring the head down. This is where you might want another pillow or blanket, and bring the head down onto that pillow or blanket. Get yourself comfortable. Once you feel comfortable and relaxed, we'll close the eyes. Now you may find that 2 bolsters is too high and you just want the one. If that one is not quite enough, you can always put blankets on top of that bolster, or you can put cushions under, blocks under, whatever you need to build it up to the right level for you. So you're trying to make sure you've got a gentle but natural curve in the spine. And once you're comfortable, you can bring this left hand onto the hip in front of you on the bolster, all the way in front, all the way behind, whatever feels comfortable for you. And you're just going to allow yourself to relax into your pose. Start deepening the breath. Focusing on relaxing. You might find at this point that the feet and legs may feel uncomfortable. You might want to put a block, a pillow or a blanket in between the knees. We're just going to allow the body to completely relax now into this side bend. Every now and then just give yourself a bit of a body scan, make sure nothing has begun to tense. With restorative yoga, you're just trying to gently stretch the body whilst allowing it to relax, rest and recover. Going to start to bring the awareness back into the breath. Start bringing your awareness into your body. You're going to begin to wake the body up. First of all, by bringing the left hand in front of the blocks or boulders. First, by bringing that left hand in front of the bolsters. You're gently going to put your weight into that left hand and start bringing the right hand beside the opposite side of the bolster. You're going to push yourself all the way up, keeping on the hip. Extend the chest for a deep breath in. And we're going to go into a twist. So what you're going to do is you're going to come straight down with that high chest over your bolsters as you were before. But this time you're going to come straight down, chest flat. Now you can have your face in any direction. If you have the flexibility and it feels comfortable to do so, you can take the head towards the right. You can have the head facing down onto the bolsters if that feels comfortable. Just make sure that obviously you can breathe. We don't want any suffocations. If it's more comfortable to, which it is for me, come all the way down onto the chest and just bring the head down to rest on the side. Look on the left hand side. And again, just allow yourself and your body to melt into the twist, into the bolsters. Slow down your breathing and allow the body to completely relax. Now the hands and arms can go in any direction that feels comfortable. I'm going to keep mine either side of the bolster. You can take them out wide, you can bring them down the side. Again, this is all about comfort whilst in these poses. So you have a mild stretch and extreme relaxation. Again, you could have a blanket or a block between the legs still, if that's comfortable. You may have not needed it before, but feel you need it for this one, so place it if you need it. We're going to begin to bring the awareness back to the breath. Bring your attention back to the body. We're going to start getting the body moving. Bring the hands to wherever's comfortable to start pressing yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And we're just going to take a few moments in this comfortable position just to feel that right hand side, feel the warmth from the twist, from the stretch. And close the eyes, just keeping the breathing slow, focusing on the difference between that right side and the left side. Good. We're going to go into the other side. So for you at home, it might just be easier to just turn yourself around. For me, so you can easily see what's happening, I'm going to swap ends of my mat. So I'm going to come to the right end. And this time, bringing those bolsters right against the left hip. Making sure the block is out far on that left hand side. Just bring it that way a little bit. Now I know from doing this position I will need my little blanket for my head. If you want a blanket or an extra pillow for your head, please get it now. So we're going to bring both feet this time to the right side of the body, making sure the hip is right up against the bolster. We're going to breathe in, lifting the chest high, and then as you exhale, sliding the left hand now all the way across until you reach that block. You're then going to bring yourself down into that comfortable side stretch. So if you need a pillow or an extra blanket for the head, you can get that now, making sure the block is comfortable and supporting that outstretched arm and hand, left hand. Right hand can go wherever feels comfortable. So for me, I find it comfortable to have it rested on the bolster, but you can have it on the floor, on the hip, behind, wherever is comfortable. And again, if you need blanket or pillow between the knees, make sure that you've got that in position so that you can get comfortable. We're going to slow down the breathing and relax into our side stretch. Restorative yoga, and in particular these sort of ones with the side bends and twists, are good for the digestion. They just help to open up and gently massage the organs, get everything moving a bit more. All forms of yoga can help to ease any form of digestive discomfort, just because of the way we move the body. So again, whilst you're in this position, just take a moment here and there just to scan the body, see if you're holding any tension anywhere. If so, you can manoeuvre yourself a little bit. You can add in extra support, whatever you feel you need to make the position more comfortable for you.
going to start to bring the awareness back into the breath. And then into the body. Start getting moving by bringing the right hand to the mat now. Rolling your weight into that hand. Begin to bring the left hand to the back behind the bolsters on the left. Walk yourself up. Really stretch up tall through the spine. Lift the chest. If you want to move your little pillow or blanket now, please do. And as you exhale, we're going to go into our twist. So you're just going to walk the hands down, keeping the chest long, bring it all the way down until you come onto your bolsters. Now, again, if you want to and you feel comfortable to, you can turn the head over to the left. You can have it face down, or if it's more comfortable, you can keep the head towards the right. This is all about what is comfortable for you. So wherever you decide to settle, bring the hands and arms to a comfortable position. Melt into the bolsters, into the twist. Again, if you need the knees and legs supported, a blanket or a pillow between. Slow down the breathing and relax into the pose. Now this shouldn't feel too intense. As I said before, you're trying to get mild stretching with the intense relaxation. So you should feel the twist, you should feel a stretch. But if it's too intense, get yourself another bolster or a block or more blankets. Just build the level of the floor up to you. You might even find that you need less. So take a bolster or some blocks away and drop it down and see if that's more comfortable. We're going to begin to bring the awareness back into the breath and then into the body. Bring the hands to a comfortable position. Just push yourself gently and slowly back up to a comfortable seated position. Again, we'll just take a few deep breaths here. Just allowing your mind to scan over your body. Both sides should feel nicely stretched, nice and warm, nice and relaxed. Good. We're going to move on to our next pose now. So I'm going to take one bolster away. Move that out of the way too. So we're going to come onto hands and knees, taking the knees about the width of the bolster and bringing the bolster right up against the knees. I'm going to move this out of the way as well. What we're then going to do is, from hands and knees, as we breathe in, we're going to walk the hands forwards, and as we breathe out, we're going to drop the belly all the way and chest all the way to the mat. Now, depending on your comfortability, you could lay on your hands. At this point, due to my hand injury, it's actually going to be easier to have my little towel and just lay my head on there. Hands and arms by the sides. Just doing a nice little stretch for the back. And the nice thing about this is the pressure on the stomach of this particular pose can really help to get things moving and feel comfortable on the stomach. If it's not, you can always move the bolster down a bit further, or wherever you are, feel free to bring the head down. So I'm going to use my little blanket so I can rest my forehead on it, so my head and neck are nice and long and straight. But as I said, if you're comfortable to, you can just do it on the hands. We're going to slow down the breathing and relax into the pose. Now, if having the head face down is not comfortable and you'd rather be one side, just remember, after a little while, to swap sides, just so the neck gets even stretch throughout this pose. Again, wherever you get a chance, just use the mind to scan the body, checking for any sections of tension and just helping to release it and relax. And allowing the body to fully collapse into the pose. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. And then into the body. Slowly bring the hands and arms round. So by the side of the ribs. When you feel ready, gently push through the hands all the way up and back onto all fours. We're then going to push all the way back and come up. Good. Finally, moving everything out of the way, we're going to come into a Savasana. So we're just going to come down to a comfortable lying position on the mat. Taking the feet nice and wide, the palms by the sides, palms facing up. Close the eyes and relax. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your toes and your feet. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your legs and your knees. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your hips, your stomach and your back. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your fingers and your hands. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your arms and your elbows. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your chest and your shoulders. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your neck, your face and your head. And as you breathe out, let the last of the tension leave your body. We're going to stay here, totally relaxed on the mat, breathing deeply. You're welcome to stay here for longer if you'd like, or you can begin to wake the body up by giving the fingers and the toes a wriggle. We'll move the feet together and take the hands and arms up over the top of the head and really stretch all the way from the fingers to the toes. for today's practice, because it's a detox, we're then going to roll onto our left hand side. You can use your arm as a pillow and take 2 more deep breaths. When you feel ready, you're gently going to push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. If you need it or want it, grab yourself a pillow, blanket or block to place under the hips. We're all going to take hands at prayer at heart center. Close the eyes for 3 final deep breaths to lock in our practice. We're going to drop the hands in the lap, the chin to the chest, open the eyes, and we're all done. I hope you found that beneficial and enjoyed it, and see you next week. Namaste.